Morning. So, Death Stranding day 2. I guess it's day 1 was only, I don't know, a mini day, I suppose. I had forgotten how aggressive Twitch is with the audio in this game. So I just wish there was a way to disable copyright music so that you could stream it without that happening, but you can't. So I've moved my video up to the corner because I think sometimes when it plays it's either this side or that side of Sam. At least that way, if you see that come up, there's no audio, then you know why. We just finished our first delivery and our first memory chip in the game. Then we have our next order. We have 2 options. Yeah, we should probably do that one next. We could just construct the postbox though, it's a pretty straightforward job. Let's start with that actually.
To build a postbox, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one. Sam, you can use that PCC to build a postbox.
So let's just do that first. It's a pretty quick one, so. Then we can do that. The longer journey.
Assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that postbox, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Did I not take on that order? I could have sworn I did. Yeah, I did. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Some of the missions you get are purely to introduce you to, you know, how the game works. It's honestly like, I don't know. It's just good to get it out of the way, I guess. Good example on how to cross rivers though. I don't think we'll get BTs just here. There you go.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Did turn the volume down on the game, so hopefully me talking a game are a little bit more in balance. These bridge links are, you know, when we started the game and I got 2,600 likes, that's what that's from. I have completed this game twice before, so it might mean that I'm getting likes from structures that I already built. It's a bit... yeah, it's a bit... how they kind of intersect with each other is a bit weird. Sometimes I don't know if I'd see my structures in a different save, but I guess we'll find out. Because the only thing I've picked up so far is one of the guys' delivery, so I think that must be from a previous game. Sync level of the players. Yep, okay. Okay.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
Let's do that. Just for completeness.
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Okay. I mean, I did get these for free, so, you know.
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
Yep. Okie dokie. There shouldn't be anything else in there except we just built it. Alright, so let's go do the more arduous mission. I remember first time I played this game, I actually caused a void out on the way there. I didn't realize at the time that void outs may or may not stay on the map forever. In both of my saves they have.
Sam, you can now submit upgrade requests for structures. If there's one you use a lot, you should definitely consider it.
Me, it's usually bridges. Although in my last playthrough, I kind of got a thing for zip lines. Zip lines are so cool. Okie dokie. I don't know if we won't unlock zip lines for a while yet, though. I don't think. But build quite a few bridges, that's for sure.
How you doing, Sam?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridget.
I always find it useful to have at least one of these on you, but like all the time, to be honest. Then you want to auto range it, and it'll distribute it for you.
Order assigned.
The auto range is pretty useful at the beginning. There are points later on where the way it auto ranges isn't that helpful. I guess
Weapons
we put
restrictions lifted.
a flag down here actually. Is that where it was? Yeah, it was over here, wasn't it? I'm gonna just put a flag down here. Oh, I can't? There we go. I don't want to place them right there. So we're going to create a sign. And then you just put a little memory chip there. So that's where your first memory chip is. I'm not sure if avoiding mules is possible. So there's a mule camp over here. These are people that the game tells you are addicted to collecting cargo. So you see that guy in orange there? Resins. That's a mule.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Well, I don't think you can avoid this interaction. They'll catch your scent and they'll chase you basically into BT territory. When you see that come up, it means you've gone past one of their scanners. So we'll probably get a ping.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Now, we can hide in this. See the way the edges of the screen are like kind of clouded? So they'll be heading to where your ping is there. It's mildly inconvenient. We can zigzag down this path a little bit. I think. Can we? I'm sure we can actually. Well, we're about to find out. Maybe we should have gone a bit higher. So, on hard, you'll get a.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
So we kind of got lucky there. So I think we kind of came the wrong way here. We probably want to go across here. But it's part of the introduction to the game. Is that once they discover you, it'll start raining and they'll run off. I would not recommend going over that hill there, where my ladder is there. You're better off going along the riverbed. It is very heavy on the BTs over here. And you can see the sensors there. You see the little orange dots there? That's the mule scanners. You'll still encounter BTs on this side, it's just they're easier to navigate around, I would say. So you see just there? That's where we're headed over there. That big long structure. This area along here is generally very BT heavy. especially during storyline missions. Well, delivery, should I say? When you stand still, you'll be able to see the BTs. See that one there is very small. You get this on hard and above, you'll get these kind of like baby BTs, which are harder to spot.
I feel you. Down, Sam.
You stand still in water, it'll see there's another little baby one there. We got lucky there, like. When you hear that kind of stamping noise, it means they're actively looking for you. If that stamping noise lands on you, then you'll generate like a BT event. But we should be through it there now.
Sam, it looks like one of your containers has been cut.
You can't avoid this, it's part of the story.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
And you won't be able to interact with BB at this point, you see.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right?
That's
The
me.
guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome. When he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend. Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Okay, nice. So this mail and data thing are also things you can see on that dashboard in your private room. Notice that big gap to the right there, yeah. That's a place that you won't get a mission from them directly to send you there, but you can kind of get an inroad with them if you see a package for him.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Your work is greatly appreciated, Sam.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the steel mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its steel mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard, still not chained up, still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said. extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
You will take a lot of showers in this game.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Chirelli. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, 4, oh, it's almost time.
2, 1. After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Check on BB.
Tired, huh? Bo. Bo.
And that's your 3, well, you can't, if you do it more than 3 times, you just get this response. Which is, the game's way of telling you that interacting with it any further won't make any difference. See? These are the vast majority of these things are all things that are like part of the creator's kind of favorite things, which is kind of cool. He was also a fan of Cyberpunk, which we just finished playing. Interestingly, I'll just let that hang for now. You'll get a lot of mails from George Baton. Yeah, hasn't been added yet. So later on you'll be able to see like your interactions with other players in the game.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Ascending.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Yeah, let's check on him now, actually. Yes, he's good.
That's right, just...
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know, after all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
I don't know if we can do that yet, or maybe we can. Let's try and recover that one first.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Watchtowers, if I'm honest, are the one thing I've never found a use for in the game.
Order assigned.
So So that's where we're headed there.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey. Rest is advised. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Good morning, Sam.
So we shout out here.
I'm Sam! My name's Sam, too.
You'll get a response from some of the other people who are at the same period in the game as you, if that makes sense. The way you want to kind of think about this game is, I don't know, like, it's kind of like a multiverse, I suppose. And yours overlaps with other people depending on where you are in the game. There we go.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
So you see over there, we got a memory chip again.
Drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Get that memory chip. And then the cool thing to do is to just put a sign down so that it stands out for other people. You can put down as many signs as you want. They don't use bandwidth. So that's where we want to go, yeah? Some of the views in this game. What's the controls for? Does it have a? I think it does have a photo mode. Oh. There we go. F8. How do you actually take a picture on this? Oh, I see. Okay. Where is the button to actually take the picture? Okay. Rotate. I feel like I'm being very stupid right now. Doesn't actually seem to show a button to actually take the picture, so... Oh.
I'm right here.
ideally we want to do this quietly. So that's the thing we need. Well, could take those as well. That'll be useful. Can we get away with? Yeah, we're pretty much at our max weight limit here. Yeah, okay. Now what we want to do is just go back to where we came. You'll notice that's the logo for Samurai. That's where we're going. Doesn't look like we've got too many meals near us, so let's get a wriggle on, as they say. That was close. Okay.
Bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary, damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. but it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next order. Make sure you're not him.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
So we've got the order we went out to get, and some other ones that look like they've been stolen from other porters.
Use of weapons is prohibited.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Have a pleasant journey.
So we'll do lost cargo first.
Back, are you? You trying to put the rest of us to shame? Fine by me.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Nice. Bear in mind, that's just from like helping other porters, so you know, when we actually do the delivery we meant to go there to do, then we should get, you know, a decent bump as well.
See you around.
Good work. New order available. Please access.
We'll do that next, I think. Yep.
I'd just about given up on this. I owe you one.
Thank you for your contribution.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order.
Yes,
Sorry
it
to put
is.
you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available. Please Axel. Delivery terminal.
Wait, did we have regular orders? No. Guess they'll come later. So I guess this one will allow us to collect chiral crystals, I think. Yeah, we've already got 2 pairs, so I think we're good. We'll put these metals into storage here.
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these 3 things and you'll find crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.
Maybe. So, oh, we can't recycle? Okay. So, when you can't recycle, then you can just put them into your private locker and come back to it later.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Safe travels. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultimate to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
It really pushes this whole watchtower thing. Well, I just don't know why, because you can just scan for them. You know. How much do you need? $100 CG. Okay. Oh, there you go. If we're lucky, that might be, you know.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Save us going into BT territory.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Sam, Cairo crystal deliveries are a little different from usual.
All clear.
The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any Cairo crystals you're carrying.
Oh yeah, so we want to recycle these. They only need 100, so only give them 100. Might sound petty, but there we go. They are very useful.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Nice. Awesome.
Excess Cairo crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Almost. Oh, nice. Carrying more cargo, definitely for the win.
Oh, before I forget. This is for you.
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
So each time you get like 10 points in delivery, your carry will go up by 5 kilos.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated Corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Sorry, give me a moment.
Yep, that's enough sitting around doing nothing.
Alright. Yeah, doing the bridge is the logical choice here.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
As we're already carrying 4 of those, we can skip that bit. And like that. What do we got? 400. Okay.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials. Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby.
It's interesting they
Access it to
changed
submit
that.
additional materials.
When I first played through this game, you had to construct it yourself, but now the bridge is owned by Benjamin instead, so you don't use up your bandwidth doing it, which I think is like quite a nice change. I do love building bridges in this game, honestly.
Bravo, Sam. That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear.
Don't mind me.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Rest is advised. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, got a new order for you. Another delivery to make and a knot to link up. Check the terminal when you have a moment.
I don't know if they might give us a Mazer gun if we do that one. It's never been overly clear to me. How badly damaged are they? An anchor would be quite useful, actually. There's some quite slippy portions.
Order assigned.
Not so much getting up, but getting down the other side. Oh, we already have one of these. Okay. Builds up fast, you see.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Safe travels.
Can we, make? I don't think we can make, generators yet.
Weapons restriction. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
So we're going like up there, down there.
Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
You want to collect them whenever you get the chance, to be honest. You can literally never have too many of those.
Like the quiet.
Anybody hear me? I hear you.
That's another player who's playing this game right now. I really love that in this game, personally.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Keep on keeping on.
Oh, you see, we've got another memory chip over here.
Nice.
remember there being a memory chip here before. That's interesting.
There we go.
See that grouping of chiral crystals down there? That means that somebody's had an interaction with one of the larger BTs. So they've triggered like if you get caught by the handprints, it'll generate like a flood. We'll get caught eventually, and then but then the thing you have to beat will generate a lot of those. We don't actually have a way to beat them at the moment though, so
Not getting caught now. Too close.
Over here!
where's that anchor? Did I not bring it with me? Oh, you're kidding me, aren't you? Oh, that's fine. Well, we can probably make that work. Just about. An anchor would be better, like, but we're going over there, yeah? There's a lot of BTs in this area, even when you're not doing this mission, it's quite high density all the time. You can sometimes wait out the rain, but not very often.
fucking scary, huh?
We got lucky there, like. Basically go along the middle here. The terrain doesn't help, as you can imagine. I think every single time I've played, well, both times I've played this game, I built a bridge like covering half of this, and someone else has always done the other half.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's hard enough getting across here anyway. So just having a bridge just kind of makes it simpler, you know?
Keep it cool.
Almost.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
It's alright.
Always good to check on him when you are going through areas like this.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. With this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network. Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Incredible. How'd you get this here? You fly?
Almost flew.
All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you build consumes it. However, as you increase your connection level, the bandwidth available to you will increase as well.
Yeah, so that'll allow you to charge that bike you saw and use it. Ah, we can see bridge links now. Nice.
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam, got a moment? I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive, as we have no other repatriates to whom we can turn for additional testing, it does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon, and when it is, we'd like you to test it.
Sold.
Sam, this is the perfect opportunity. We've almost got the whole region on the chiral network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person. One other thing. It's not very often porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done. Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Good work. New order available.
Let him sleep here, and he'll recover his stamina. Apart from the grayed out bit. bridge down here.
Good morning, Sam. Weapons restrictions lifted.
So whenever I play this game, I either find that someone's done one this end or the other end. It is quite difficult to get another one through here because of all the trees.
A bridge link is another way of describing the connection between you and another porter. If you want to forge a powerful bond, consider a strand contract.
Still trying to work out where I got 2,800 likes from already. It's kind of weird.
Hey, great work. That wind farm you've brought into the network is essential for our continued expansion. By way of reward, I've added a little something to your PCC. A generator option. Generators recharge the batteries of all nearby devices. That includes machines, bikes, and other battery-powered vehicles.
Can't this thing work any faster?
Nope. your first time through here, you usually get like a little respite from the rain, so it's a good opportunity to kind of like collect anything nearby.
Safe travels.
Well, let's get the memory chip. We still need 350 I don't think we got that memory.
How you doing, Sam?
Anybody home?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
There we go.
By handing over excess materials to a facility, you can increase the amount stored on site. Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has separate stores and that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.
There's a recycle that you won't get much for it, but it's better than carrying it. Every little counts, right?
Delivering cargo. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your contribution. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Those gold handprints are more dangerous BTs. It needs 800 miles to go. Shit. We did half of it at least. The one you do for George already has half the materials in it.
Just so you know, Sam, distro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
Just take advantage of it not raining around here, because it rains around here a lot. That Ludens fan thing is totally worth picking up. It'll give you an excuse to visit him. Let's grab that. Level 150 short. Let's go grab the missing 150 and some orders. There might be some spare metals in here actually. You never know.
Looks like some cargo has been transported to its destination on your behalf. You can access the share locker to collect it.
That's weird. Okay. I think that could be like crossover from my previous saves. So played through this twice before.
The paths we walk become roads, Sam. See the tracks you left behind? They tell a story. If you were a spy on a mission, you'd have failed. You're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist. Keep leaving that proof. Let people know you're out there. Give them the courage to come together again. As you expand the network and aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them.
Congrats, Sam. You're cleared to take on open orders. While they're not as high priority as the ones specifically assigned to you, if you're already heading a certain way and you have room to spare, it couldn't hurt to do a little more, right? Just because they're not mission critical doesn't mean they're not important to someone. So why not do a good deed or two?
That's a request for material transport. By helping the facility replenish its stores, you'll gain access to a greater share of the materials on site. Give, and you shall receive.
We're not carrying that much at the moment either. We've got to go back there anyway, so... should be okay. Probably. Guess we'll find out, right? Sometimes it's not about the weight of the container, but how many containers it is. We've got our metals as well, haven't we? Yeah. Cool. Yep.
Order assigned.
Just remember, one foot in front of the other. That's all there is to it.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright, let's finish that bridge. Let's get that thing built.
Please stand clear of the designated construction area. Construction complete.
Oh, yeah.
Should work quite nicely, actually. So now on the way back, if we see anything for the distribution center, we can try and pick that up. It's not too large, that is.
2 wheels up.
So that's a request for an anchor. You want to be careful with ladder placement. Like a few times I've kind of placed them thinking it looks good, but it's actually had like a huge cliff drop off, so it might get you higher up where you want to go, but it actually drops you off somewhere not that helpful.
Today's a good day. Thanks for the help.
Wasn't there a DJ called Dr. Octagon? See, there's a, I think that's a ladder over there. Trying to work out how Corellium got all the way up there, to be honest.
Nice.
Got a reasonable amount of crystals already. So we've got our delivery for someone else's. We've got a delivery for Ludens fans, which is
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Which is if you use, I think we got a filter for this. Where was it? Yeah, T to toggle it. But you see this area here, we can see him on the map now. So we picked up an order for him. So we go there, that'll then fill in this one. It probably won't straight away, but he might offer you an order.
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Have a pleasant journey.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The amount of times I've picked an order up for him and then delivered it and it just goes into lost cargo, well, yeah, I just don't want to do it by accident again. So that is... no. I'll just deliver requested cargo. Let's check what's in my cargo here. Tools. Okay.
The legend returns. How you doing, Sam? Delivery's in damn fine shape. Nice. Oh, you see, that's a huge bump in metals. Like, you can do a lot with that much metal.
work. New order available.
Sam.
Access delivery.
Then we want to grab that thing out of our private locker. That's going to be our next destination. And then we can zigzag across with the metals that we're carrying as well. What was he going to say? Oh. Alright. Definitely time for a rest and a shower, right?
Good morning, Sam.
EX grenade number 0. EX grenade number 1.
To remind myself which grenade does what.
That should suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order. Another of our new EX grenades, the number 1. So named because it contains a vaporized extract formulated from your urine. Compared to our first iteration, this EX grenade contains a higher concentration of your fluids, which should make it more effective against BTs. Whenever you avail yourself of your private room's facilities, we will collect the results and produce additional units for your use. So you needn't worry about running out.
So with EX grenades number 1, that'll basically make BTs move away from an area, and EX grenades 2 will bring them closer to an area. Like when I first played this game, I just didn't know what purpose they served, but when you play on hard or very hard, there are some that you can't easily remove from the game, so getting them to move is sometimes the easier option.
You okay? You okay?
think that's a good place to take a break. If you tuned in, I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably be back in an hour or so, hour and a half. I'll do some clips out of this, get some rest myself, maybe a snack. But we'll continue the journey back to Capital Knot City from here when I return. I will also pop into Luden's Fan as well.